Welcome, welcome, welcome to BMGI LLC. This is the Black Moon Chamber Matrix. I hope you guys are all doing well this grand solar rising. It is a beautiful, well, I'm going to say it's beautiful, a beautiful Thursday. I hope you guys are all doing well today. So, I am going to get into it because I am streaming on three different platforms on three different devices. So depending on where you're catching this from, you're gonna get a different angle, whatever. Just know that I can see most of your comments. All right, so I'm gonna get in. I have my notes. I got the energy and my TikTok family. Y'all already know I'm gonna have to jump off, jump back on every 45, 50 minutes or so because otherwise I won't be able to upload the final video and snippets. Y'all must excuse. It is a little chilly, but y'all already know how I do. I'll be hot in a minute and I'll be throwing this off and getting the fan. But I'm a little chilly. So I want to thank you all for joining me here today. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. Anybody that needs the message, make sure that they get it. Don't gatekeep on this, guys. This is for everyone, for the first wave of the 2026 reset. Now, if you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I've been talking about this reset for a few months now. And I've been talking about it's coming in three waves. Well, wave one is in the books, y'all. We are in the thick of wave one now. If you had a birthday between the first and today, then you are in wave two, as I am. So that will be specific to your birthday if your birthday is before March the 20th. All right, so we're going to get into it. I'm going to get into the prayer. Let me get into the message. All right. O womb of unborn light, O radiant architect of vibration and form, soften the ground of my being and hollow a chamber within me where your presence may dwell unveiled. Flood me with the fire of your creation, that I may bear the fruit of my sacred mission, and let every action of my hands ripen in alignment with the desires of my higher design. Anoint me with the wisdom to offer what nourishes the becoming of all beings, and to release what no longer serves the weaving of destiny. Untangle the threads that bind my past to shadow, as I release all others from the snares of their former selves that seduce me from their former selves. Guard me from the illusions that seduce me away from my path of power, and illuminate instead the doorway that stands open in this holy moment. For you are the ground and the horizon, the vision and the vessel, the spark and the completion. through you. All fragments return to wholeness. And all souls remember their origin flame. It is done. It had always been done. And it will always be done. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Okay, guys. So today is Thursday. It's, yeah, we are vibrating on the number 10 of this year. So it's all about completions. It's all about it's almost like it's a completion but a continuance. So it's like things are coming to a head, but they are also continuing on a new path. So we are definitely closing out an era. We are ending a 19-year Piscean cycle, which has a lot to do with us coming into our own spiritually, our own awakenings, breaking out of the molds that we have been put in. We were molded in, standing on our own, learning to love ourselves through all things. Because I feel like these past 19 years for some of us is actually a lifetime. So you've grown in these years. You become a wiser in these years. You have realized that you don't have to necessarily stay where you are. You understand what I'm saying? So let's get down with the rundown, and I'll get into all of that with you guys. So today is Thursday. It is Thor's day. We are in correspondence with the planet of Jupiter. So that's all about expansion, prosperity, being bigger than life, seeing the bigger picture, expanding beyond, expanding your consciousness, your energy beyond your normal container. For some reason, I'm getting expand your wealth container. So that since Jupiter is all about expansion, you would want to expand your wealth container, meaning get your spirit, get your energy used to holding more wealth, whether it's spiritual, material, monetary, but wealth. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining. If you want to connect with any deities today, you can use Zeus, Thor, or Marduk. It is a day of expansion. It is a day of prosperity. It is a day of wisdom and leadership. So you would definitely want to get into the energy of doing prosperity magic, money rituals today. You might want to refresh your money bowl today. You can also reconsecrate a money oil if you like. This is also a day to step in contemplation, like what strategies will bring you to your bigger goals, right? What smaller steps do you need to take in order to get to your bigger goals today? This is also being a leader in your own life, a leader in your home, a leader in your community. A lot of you are managers, supervisors. You sit in a high hierarchy at your job or whatever. With that being said, it's also learning to not to delegate responsibilities. Remember that you are a leader, that you don't have to do everything yourself. You are put in a position to delegate responsibilities to people under you, so that frees up your time for other more important things suited to your station. I feel like this has to do with life as well. Things in your life, the people that are surrounded by you. I feel like you need to exact some authority. You need to pull some rank. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of us don't like to do that. I don't want to pull rank. I don't want to. You need to do that, because if you don't, then people are going to run over you. Point blank, period. Color of correspondence. We have purple today, royal blue today, in gold today. So I am definitely embodying the energy of Thursday today with my colors, embodying the energy of expansion, of abundance, of communication, wisdom, speaking with authority, but speaking with knowledge as well. Well, knowledge and wisdom leads to someone that can be understood on all levels. They don't feel like they're too out of touch with the people that they are connecting with. You know how some people are like, oh, they're this guru, oh, they're this priestess, oh, they're this, oh, they're that. And they kind of give off this energy of being unapproachable. Spirit is saying today, make sure that you're not that type of leader. Be sure that you are a type of leader that has like an open door policy, a true open door policy. Let your vibration, let your energy greet them before your words do, type of thing. Okay? So if you are interested in using any crystals today, you might want to use some lapis lazuli, that is your blue. And you might want to use some amethyst, that would be your purple. This is my chevron amethyst bowl. Or you might want to use some sapphire. That is another blue. I will also say use gold or hero port or a piece. Do I have a piece of citrine? I have so many crystals all over the place. Let's see. All right, yeah. A piece of citrine. This is a raw citrine, so that is your gold. Or a polished citrine is more clear with gold flakes in it. All right. So you might want to use those today. Let me try and move this out of the way. Thank you guys for joining. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the live. Okay. Being that today is Thursday, you might want to use your herbals. That would be oak, clove, or sage. I actually have some lavender sage here that I've been burning. Again, bringing in the colors. Also bringing in some of the aromatics as well. So herbal magic, sage, and I have the lavender for the purple. So I'm bringing together the color and the herbal magic together to strengthen it, to boost it. And lavender is also good for clearing and cleansing and calming the energy as well. So today you might want to focus on abundance rituals. So you can light you a light blue candle or a gold candle. Carve you some money symbols in it with your name. Douse it with some smudge it before you begin. Carve your name in it. Carve some money signs in it. Write your affirmation in on it, depending on how big it is. Or you can write it on a piece of paper and burn the paper in that candle fire. You wanted to express gratitude today for all the blessings of life. These are all of the little and the big things. It's getting to this point where people are only recognizing blessings as big grand gestures. Blessings come in all shapes, sizes, in every different way. So don't be so stuck in thinking that a blessing or abundance comes in these big grand gestures. Sometimes it takes little things that build up to this one big thing. Think of it almost like an abstract painting where it takes a bunch of little dots, but if you stand back away from it, it makes a picture. Okay? Again, seeing the big picture today. You want to perform rituals for luck, success, and growth in your career and relationships. So this is focusing on your relationships and focusing on your career. So that goes back to the leadership I was saying for those of you that are in leadership roles. This is getting to a place where your energy is welcoming. Thank you. It's a little chilly, so I had to get my house cloak. I have one for outside. Um, so Thursdays is also a day for planning long term. Again, think bigger picture. Think outside of the box. Think what steps. Think about chunking things down. Thank you. Think about chunking your goals down. You have a big goal, think about chunking it down. What smaller steps are you going to need to fulfill this one goal? One moment, guys. So all right. So, with that being said, we have to get to this place where today, being Thursday, today is a day of expansion. Today is a day of prosperity. Today is a day for you to get shit in order, right? Lead by example. A lot of you, some of you, I think, really need to be a little bit more approachable in the role that you're in. Not to say be a pushover, not to say let people get over on you. Don't spam. Okay, see. We're gonna have to report. So flipping annoying, yo. Freaking retarded. Sorry, guys. Some dummy is on my YouTube live spamming the comments. This is why I like to have the comments on, because I like to engage with you guys. But this is the kind of crap that I don't like. And I don't have moderators, so I have to do it myself. And it gets kind of tedious with the dummies. Sorry. Getting back to the message. So when we are in this energy of planning today, we're in this energy of planning. I'm also feeling like you need to get to this place of where your plans don't. Okay, it's like putting a timeline on it. I'm trying to make this more complicated than it needs to be. They're saying when you make your plans, put a timeline on it. You have this big grand idea, you want to chunk it down. You have phase one of said plan, your strategy. Phase one takes, I don't know, 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks to get whatever's done on this list. Maybe it's 10 things that you need to do. You give yourself 2 weeks to get it done. So on and so forth like this. Okay? So that is the energy for today. And I also feel like today is a day of getting things in order. I feel like things are going to come to a completion on some of your projects, on some of the things today. If they're not and you feel like you're behind, I'm kind of feeling like things haven't wrapped up just yet, because there's some things that you need to kind of like go over, if you will. Like I'm seeing editing, like you need to edit something. So whether that's the timeline, whether it's the actual project itself, whether it's the collaborators involved, whether it's whatever it may be. Okay, so now, my loves, let's get into this wave one reset. We are well underway. It began on 1/1/26, the fake new year. You guys, it is the fake new year. It is very much the holiday for energy harvesting, things of that nature. People taking advantage of people's kindness, generosity, the holiday spirit. So it is very much, um, it very much gives off that energy of protect yourself, right? Um, no negativity out, no negativity in type energy. Let's get into it. So, the 2026 new moon trilogy. So, the new moon happened on the 3rd. The reset happened on the 1st. So, all of this, nothing is by accident, everything is by design. Think about it. We're starting a new phase. We've ended a new cycle. We're starting another cycle. The full moon is a time to release. This is a time to wipe the slate clean. This was a time for you to um, kind of like to cleanse the palette, right? You're starting over. You're getting rid of all of the energies, all of the thoughts, all of the things that kept you in this energy of self-betrayal, where you would talk yourself out of things that you knew were better for you, where you let other people have dominion over your time, your energy, your money, your space. The time of you being an imposter in your own life is over, right? So on 1/1/26, this was the timeline interruption. This is where the timeline interrupted and it shifted. This is where we went from literally being on one timeline to shifting to another timeline. And some of us are in the process of things collapsing, right? Because again, it comes in three waves. So this is the first wave. So this is the interruption. This is where we are breaking the unconscious vows that we have made with ourselves, right? So the mantra that we want to be in for right now is I release the timeline that requires self-betrayal. This is where you no longer being an imposter. This is where you no longer are allowing what other people eat make you, you know what I mean? I'm also feeling like with this energy, it's also about breaking these contracts that you've made with yourself that you may not have been aware of in the beginning, that you may not have been fully, and I keep feeling aware. You weren't fully aware of what you were saying, what you were agreeing to, what you have binded yourself to. So this is about you releasing that energy as well. Now, the energy for the new moon and the full moon lasts for 6 months. So this energy, the things that we are releasing those first 3 days of this year, not even, it's the first 6 days, because you have 3 days from the day of the new moon to do, the full moon to do whatever you're going to do when the energy is at its peak. So this is when you would have done your moon water. This is when you would have done your releasing spell. This is when you would have written down a list of the things that you want to release, whether it's physical, spiritual, whatever. Is you would have written it down. You would have signed your name. You would have burned it. You would have released it. This is the time that you would have done that. But I want you guys to be aware that this phase of the reset is all about breaking unconscious vows. These are the vows that are running. This is your subconscious loop. Remember, it was your subconscious rules 95% of your reality. So these unconscious vows that you are breaking are the ones that are running on autopilot. Excuse me. Okay? These are the ones that are running on autopilot. So, January 1st was the 0 point before the full moon on the 3rd. That happened on the 3rd. We were definitely operating in the air element, and this reset, this phase of the reset, is all about an identity initiation. This is where you initiate your new identity. This is where you walk into. This is where you walk in your new personality, your new identity. This is where you do something a little bit different each day to re-anchor that new identity, to re-anchor who you now are, and continue to release those old things, those old attachments. Those are the unconscious vows. These are the unconscious attachments that we don't see. This is that default programming that we fall back on, even though we're trying to ascend, we're trying to heal, we're trying to expand, we're trying to reach some type of enlightenment or some type of inner peace. This is this identity initiation in this first phase is very critical, because if you are trying to move forward, you're trying to heal, you're trying to become a new version, a newer, better version of yourself, then you can't do that carrying around with you your default programming, the worries, the stresses, even some of the clothes that you used to wear. This is not you. Remember, this is the costume that you wore. This is the coaching that you put into play. Now it's time to step off of the stage and step into reality, if you will. Okay. This 1/1 is truly a new year. This is truly a new year. I always say happy fake new year, because it's a fake new year. This is it's usually the new year where the demons come out and they harvest energy. So I don't really get into it. But this year, this new year is not just a date on the calendar. It's not just a date for the darker entities to feed, if you will. It's a reset of a timeline, of everyone's timeline, all of humanity, whether you believe in this type of thing or whether you recognize it, whether you feel it or not, it's happening to you and for you. Okay? So, with that being said, this first wave is all about wiping the slate clean of 2025 and before that. These past 19 years, it's for you to take the lessons that you've learned and keep those with you, but not the energy, not those feelings of failure, desperation, betrayal, self-loathing, low self-worth, all of those things. That's not for you to take those feelings with you, but the lessons that you learn. What did you learn about yourself in these moments of you, where you were in a lower vibration, where you were experiencing adversity, where things weren't necessarily going your way, when life was giving you all of it and you were just taking it like a punching bag? What did you learn about yourself? You should have learned that you're resilient. You should have learned that spirit always got your back. You should have learned that things aren't always as bad as they seem. And you should have also learned that this too shall pass. This too shall pass. This phase right here, the first phase, is a quantum divergence. This is where we split from our old version of ourselves. Like I said, this is where we take command of our future, of our future identity, of how we're going to be seen, how we're going to show up, how we're going to allow people to perceive us, how we were going to perceive ourselves. This part of the reset, this first phase of the reset, is all about, it's almost like if you can go in and you can design yourself, right? Say you can go in and design your avatar. That's what this is. This is like build a me. You're building yourself. How do you want to look? How do you want to dress? How do you want to speak? How do you want people to, what's your um, your experience level, kind of like a game, right? How much have you leveled up? How much respect are you gonna get? How much respect are they gonna put on your name? How much respect are you gonna put on your own name? This identity shift is choosing your core identity, right? Choosing that core identity and walking in that each and every day, whether it's making a big change or a little change, but stepping more and more into this core identity every day. You're also kind of reclaiming your psychic memory. Whether you realize it or not, or as you go along, you're going to start to realize that, hey, the core identity that you're formulating is more of a soul-led design. It's almost like, I've known this person all along. Where have they been? I've been hiding them. You've been hiding them. They've been hidden under programming, under projections, under coping mechanisms, under false identities, under all types of overwhelm and things that you were trying to do to conform and fit in. Now is a time for you to be unique, stand out. Your core identity is not a cookie cutter identity. It's not like you can say, you're just like this person or you like this person. No, it's when you step out, when you pop out, when your core identity is seen and you let go of that old one, it's going to be like a light is going to shine from you, and it's going to be radiant. I'm seeing a radiant glow coming from you when you step into this core identity, when you let go of this falsehood, this fake mask, when you stop being on stage. When you stop being on stage and wearing the costumes and doing your dialogue training and doing what you think is right or acting or playing the part, when you stop playing the part and you step off the stage and you step into your reality, life hits a little different. Your goals look a little different. Your relationships move a little different. It's almost like you are in this place where you're going to, I'm seeing like a complete 360. Like, you're not going to even recognize yourself in 3 months type thing. I don't know why 3 months came out, but clock it. When you get to that point, you're going to know. You're going to start to really recognize that certain things that you allowed, certain things that you once entertained, and all of this, you're going to start to realize that you can't get jiggy with that. You know what I mean? Like, it's no bueno. It's no bueno. And you're going to be okay with rewriting your story. You're going to be okay with saying that these chapters are no longer relevant. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. This part of this reset right here is who you are going to be moving forward. It's not dwelling on the past. It's not woulda, coulda, shoulda. It's, this is what I want. This is who I am. And I'm this unapologetically. Okay. My Instagram. The Black Moon Butterfly Effect. It's the same as my YouTube. Instagram at the Black Moon Butterfly Effect. So, this part of the reset is definitely like ground zero, right? This is like definitely starting over. This is hitting a total complete 360. This is like you were in a Build-A-Bear workshop and you were building yourself from the ground up. by your soul design, right? You're like, okay, I got the mold, right? That's your avatar, that's this shell, right? But everything that fills this shell is unique to me. My soul's design, my soul's unique needs. You are picking from pure possibilities. All of the infinite possibilities, all of the infinite wonders of the world that you can embody. It's almost like you're taking them in and you're making them yours. And each and every day, each and every moment, you step a little bit closer because you do something. You move a different way. You implement something into your life. You remove something else from your life that gets you a little bit closer and closer in alignment to that version of yourself that is your most authentic, that doesn't feel like it's trying too hard. It doesn't feel like you have to play a role or fit a mold. This core identity is you, your pure essence, and it's shining through in physical form. So I'm kind of feeling like when we get to this phase of reclaiming our psychic memory, this is remembering who you are and putting that shit on Front Street. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like a lot of people have been afraid to show themselves. They've been afraid to be who they are because they're afraid of being judged. They're afraid of being judged. So what do? They shift. They try and be shapeshifters. They try and be chameleons. They try and fit this mold or fit that narrative or fit a square in a triangle peg, fit a square peg in a triangle mold. It's a no bueno. It doesn't work. You've been beating your head against the fence all this time wondering why life has been so difficult. It's because you haven't been living your life. You've been living the life of everybody else. You've been living the life of your mother, your father, your teachers, your professors, your husband, your wife, your kids. You've been living everybody's life but your own. This first phase, this first wave is telling you to reclaim who you are. Remember who you are. And be that unapologetically. And let's just be clear, and I'm going to be real ghetto with y'all. Some of y'all are some real assholes, right? Some of y'all know y'all some real assholes. And y'all try to play the nice guy, and it just doesn't work for y'all, right? You still end up being an asshole. And then it's always like, oh, I didn't mean to, da-da-da-da-da. You're going against your nature. Maybe you need to figure out why you're an asshole. Why must you be such? Others of you, you're just so nice, you're so giving, you're so sweet. You'll give them the last crumb off your plate, the last stitch of clothing on your back. You'll give away everything if somebody needs it more than you. You're just so grateful. You're just so giving. You're just such a great person. You're such a giver. Or are you a doormat? Why are you giving so much? Why are you trying to please so much? Is this who you really are? And if it is, why? Why do you feel that way? Why do you feel like this is how you must portray yourself? Because I guarantee you that's not your core. I want each and every one of you to sit back and think about what rubs you the wrong way about the things that you feel like you are forced to do. The way you are forced to act, the way you are forced to speak, the way you are forced to dress, the way you are forced to show up in society. For a society that does nothing, that wants nothing but to build you up, to break you down, to step on you, to do it all over again. And then people are being yo-yoed around. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Why? Because you're seeking approval from everyone and everything but yourselves. So in order to rewrite your narrative, to rewrite your core, to reclaim who you are, you have to let go of everything that you thought you are. Everything that you think you are now. It's one of those times where you have to start unlearning some things. It's time to let go. I'm getting mad hoarder energy. People, y'all are hoarding onto energy because it feels familiar to you. It's uncomfortable and you hate it, but you're holding on to it because it's familiar to you. Release it. You cannot rebuild. You cannot heal. You cannot reclaim if you're holding on to this past shit. You figure, dummy? You dig? I mean, it's almost like you need to surrender to spirit. Let spirit do the work. Take your hands off the wheel and be like, look, I need to find me. I need to see me. Go within. Speak to yourself. Speak to your higher self. You're not in this alone. You're surrounded by your spirit guides. You're surrounded by your ancestors. And first and foremost, you and your higher self are one. Communicate with your star player. Communicate. Be a leader. Show that inner child that you no longer are the one that is afraid. That they can depend on you, because that's all it is. It's your inner child crying out, and they're holding on to what has kept them safe for all this time. It's time to let go. It's time to rewrite your story. It's time to step into a timeline where you're not an imposter, where you're not betraying your true self. It's a time of course correction, re-identification, coming into a place of inner knowing and strength and standing in that light. It's not being an imposter. It's being the original. Being couture. You know what I'm saying? Being man-made, handmade, one of a kind, and relishing in that energy. It's almost like, ooh, I just got chills all up my right side. You're stepping in. It's like your vibe is high and you're riding on it. You're not stepping into someone else's shoes or the identity that somebody else wants you to take on. You're not trying to fulfill the needs, wants, desires of anyone else but yourself. Life is a lot smoother when you move like that, because you're not going against the grain. You're flowing with the movement. You're fluid in your motion. You're not resisting. And that makes a lot of sense. And the fact that I'm going over this today through the Soulchology lens, as a Soulchologist, it is definitely what it sounds like. It is psychology for the soul. It is getting to the deeper root causes of your soul's dis-ease. Not just mental and emotional. It's what your soul needs. It's the healing that you have kept from coming to the surface, I feel. So a lot of y'all, this first phase, you're going to be seeing, it's almost like you're going to be seeing yourself being stripped down. You're going to see yourself being stripped down. And then in phase 2, depending on where it falls for you, phase 2 could be in March. In March. Or it could be on your birthday. If your birthday is before March 20th, then your phase 2 will be your birthday. If it comes after,
hey,
then it will be...
George, I just sent one and only due form. We're going to take our 30-minute break.
Sorry, guys. 10-4. Sorry, guys. And there goes the hot splashes. So, we will be coming out of this because it is hot. So, as you all know, I have the codex for this reset. I have the first version done. And it is going to be available on my Linktree as a digital download. It is $50 for the Reset Codex. The Reset Codex does have the new moon and full moon alignment codex in it as well. It has an audio codex where it has the scripts that you can record yourself and say and replay. I also will have those available for a separate charge as a download as well. I haven't decided where I'm gonna put it up yet. I'm really trying to get me my own personal TikTok shop up where I sell my own spiritual tools, the butters, the scrubs, the oils, the smudge spray, the smudge kits, digital products, things like that. I want to open up my own TikTok shop for my own products and services. So if anybody knows how to do that, if anybody can send me or point me to a resource for that, it will be greatly appreciated. Give me one moment, guys. So sorry. It would definitely be greatly appreciated. I haven't gotten a due form, George. Y'all know I'm at the jail busy today. So, I do apologize. Okay. So, with that being said, Spirit is definitely it's not, okay, I don't want to say sense of urgency because it's not like, it's more of strategic planning is involved, is what I heard. Strategic planning is involved. In order for these waves to be implemented the way that they need to be, strategic planning is involved. Hold on, my TikTok family. I'll be right back. I gotta jump off with them. I'll be back. And then I gotta jump back on with them. Audience controls, okay. All right. So, all right, TikTok family, part two for my TikTok family. So yeah, that's how the energy is flowing with that. I'm also feeling like with this, it's almost like you need to be in the energy of not allowing anything from the past to follow you into this new year, into this new identity, into this new convergence. This is why you need to wipe the slate clean of 2025 and before, to make sure that you are aligning a clear frequency, if you will. You all know that I deal with quantum manifestation, quantum healing, quantum transformation on my side here. So everything here is on the quantum level. It takes 7 to 21 days for a quantum shift to take place, depending on what you're trying to shift and the diligence and discipline that you use with it. okay? In order for this reset to happen for 7 days, you will need to do a few things to step into that energy to align with your new core identity, um, your new core personality. Some of you are definitely getting into this energy where you are experimenting. I'm hearing you're experimenting with different versions of yourself. You are seeing how it is being received, because you feel like, hey, these are all me and I can live in this skin, if you will. Um, with that being said, I want to say the experimentation is fine. You can do the social experiments, but don't do it looking for outside approval or someone to validate that this version of you is acceptable. Okay, whatever version of you pops out, it needs to be acceptable to you and you only. You need to be able to live with yourself. You need to be able to see yourself in the mirror every day. You need to be able to live with the rewards and consequences. Okay. I am not pulling cards. I'm just shuffling. It helps me channel and think sometimes. If a card falls out, we'll see what happens. But I'm not shuffling for a message. It just helps me channel and think sometimes. I feel like this is an expansion of yourself. I mean, I feel, an extension of your, if you will. Some of you, it's just you. Some of you have been living just false this whole time. These past 19 years have been challenging at best. So I want you guys to be in this phase of being at ground zero. You're starting off at the ground floor. You're revamping your total mythology, all right? You're rewriting your personal story. You're rewriting how you are perceived, how you talk to yourself, how you perceive yourself, the things that this new version of you will accept, will not accept, the things that this new version of you would say or wouldn't say, the things that this new version of you, this new identity, your core identity, I'm going to keep saying your origin identity, your original identity, your identity that you reincarnated with the intention of expanding in this life. I feel like some of us got deterred. We don't even know who that was. It's okay. Now is the time to figure it out. Now is the time to get quiet and get real with yourself. Now is the time to be absolutely candid. No kid gloves. You can't. And the thing about it is, y'all, you can't lie to yourself. You can't hide from yourself. For how long? And to what end? Use this energy. Use this time to find out what is you, to reclaim and remember who you truly are, what you truly came here to do, what you truly came here to experience, what your core origin identity is, and live in it, embrace it, get to know it. A lot of you guys have put it away for so long that you don't know. You don't understand the damage that it's caused. You don't understand the things that you've experienced that you wouldn't have had to experience if you had only stood in your own light. If you had only loved yourself enough to know that your uniqueness wasn't a weakness or something to ostracize you. It was something to make you stand out as something special and unique, not as, a freak out of nature. We're all you individuals. We're all unique. And if we all stood in that light and not try and be cookie cutter, life would be a lot more interesting. People would be a lot more happier. And a lot more people would get along. A lot of people are in this energy of hate and ignorance because they feel like that is what's going to get them, what's the word? Or they feel like they're part of the group, right? They're saying that the ignorance is bliss. They're sitting in this blissful ignorance. Meanwhile, they're perpetrating evil, they're perpetrating bad behavior, they're perpetrating just darkness. But it's blissful though. I'm not hurting anybody. But aren't you? Because the energy that you carry reverberates throughout the whole energetic grid. My energy is your energy is my energy. We share. We're all on this cosmic energetic grid together. That's why it takes 22% of the global population for all of humanity to ascend. My job is to get that 22%, and not just a flicker. I mean permanent changes, things that you are undeniable. Once you see them, you can't unsee it, type of thing. Alrighty, babies. I am going to have to bounce up out of here. I am not done with phase one, wave one of the reset. I will be getting into it some more as we go through the wave. I'll do a couple of check-ins. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pull a few cards just to get some confirmation. And I'll see you guys on the flip side. Thank you, Spirit, my angels, my ancestors, and my guides. Please give me confirmations, message. Please give me clarification for the channel message given for the collective today. Please give me clarification and confirmation. Justice. The truth will be revealed. Things coming into balance. Making honorable choices. Being a leader that makes honorable choices. This is also, I'm kind of feeling like energy for you putting your old self on trial, right? We got blessed, love, life, 10 of cups. We got justice. It says honorable choices. We also got the 10 of cups, blessed, love, life. So this is some of you guys coming into, what's the word? Caring relationships, like-minded relationships, people that feel the same way you do. Maybe your romantic relationships are getting deeper. Some of you are going to be tangled up in a situation, but it's all love, okay? Also, we have the moon, yearning, desire. So the fact that we have two major arcana on the board is letting me know that I am speaking correctly, and this is all about uncovering things under the surface. If you see the image in the picture, he's almost in the fetal position. So it's almost going back to your origin, as I said, your origin identity, your core self, the you that was born into this world, not the you that was programmed and trained here. Thank you. I appreciate the love. Okay. I'm also feeling like there are some blessings coming in this rebirth, if you will, this reemergence with this core identity playing the star role now, no longer being stuck in the underground with the other miscellaneous personalities that come out when need be. This is the one that's going to be on the surface, no longer playing it small. I feel like the rest of you, I feel like there's this energy where you're coming into being loving the process of becoming your core, remembering who you are. This reemergence almost is like you falling in love with yourself all over again. Some of you have never been in love with yourself, and you're falling in love with who you are, the essence of you, the the balance that it creates within your world, um, the vortex stabilization. I'm hearing. Each one of us has our own energetic vortex, right? Some of our vortex spins at a stable rate. Other of ours is very unstable. I feel like a vortex stabilization is coming along where your energy is going to be stabilized, meaning that it is coming, it's almost anchoring and aligning to that place, the vines connecting you to the different parts of yourself that bring you love, bring you happiness, bring you joy, help you shine, and give you balance so that you can honor yourself, that you can make moves that are true to your nature and your character, true to your soul's purpose. I feel like you're going to be in this energy of speaking, thinking more clearly, because you have let go, you have gone back to the beginning. You kind of like hit infancy again, right? This is going to be great, y'all. Phase 1 is well underway. We are 8 days in. So I definitely had to come up on today because of the vibration of the 8. The day number of 8. Excuse me. For me, the 8 is all about timeline shifts, timeline collapsing, destiny being rewritten, course correction, things being expanded into a workable field, if you will, because I feel like sometimes things are very tight, very rigid. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you so much for the flowers. I really appreciate it. You guys be sure to like, share, subscribe. Smash that like button. Okay. Yeah, and get to that point where there's no more imposter, right? Your justice is being revealed. You are showing your true self. You are operating in your true frequency. Some of y'all have been operating in lower frequencies trying to fit in. Others of you have been operating in a higher frequency and you're not ready for it. So you burn out quickly. I know y'all feel it tell me. I know you do. Because it's real. Oh my goodness. And the 9 of Swords just fell on the floor. Stress, anxiety has gone and hit the floor. So it's a done data. It's then hit rock bottom. It's over. No more. Some of you have definitely hit rock bottom and it's okay. It is a blessing. Don't look at it as, oh my God, it's still continuing. It's not. It's not. All right? It's not, babies. Bottom of the deck energy. 8 of Pentacles. Talent and skills. Work on your talents. Work on your skills. Work on healing yourself. Work on your reinvention. Reclaim who you are. Reclaim your soul's memories. Reclaim them. If you need help with that, I help my clients with those as well. Past life regressions, spiritual conversations, all of those. I do provide those services as well if you are interested in them. I think you can go to my link tree. Discounted sessions are available via Hipsy. Oh, thank you. And the last message of the day, I love it. Ready or not, here we come. You can hide. I'm gonna find you and make you want me. Ready or not. It says, ready or not, you say you want it, but do you truly make space for it? Dreams can arrive to a closed door. Doubt, hesitation, and distraction create detours where alignment should be. What did I freaking say? I told you I don't need these cards for real. I don't need these cards for real. This card is basically saying everything that I just said. Booyaka. Sorry, I digress. Distractions create detours where alignment should be. So stop waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect version of yourself. Show up now because the universe mirrors what you believe you are ready for. Ready or not, be you. Step into your own authentic core, your core identity for 2026 and beyond. Thank you so much for the follows, guys. Thank you so much for the like, share, subscribes. I really appreciate it. Help your girl get monetized. I'm also seeing that with this is where you, when I say rewrite your personal myth, rewrite your story, this is definitely comes into play because if you don't start now, excuse me, and you wait for being perfect, or you hesitate for this, or you delay for that, or you wait for this, or you wait for that, you'll never do it. Now is the time, ready or not. If you're ready, if you think you're ready, if you don't think you're ready, go forward. Because guess what? You'll get ready for it in the moment. You'll get ready for it in the moment, and the universe will bring in supporting cast to your movie. It's not a sequel. This reset is not a sequel. This reset is a remake of an old movie with better graphics, better special effects, greater knowledge, greater wisdom, clearer sight, better cinematics. You dig me? This is like you're going from regular movie to 4D movie. Let's get it, y'all. Let's make it happen. Become a vessel of knowledge so that when you pop out, you can do it with dramatic harmony. You can do it like you're popping out at a movie premiere. And you are. Make 2026 your movie premiere. Premiere who you will be for this resurrection. Look at this. I have to say this one because this came out. Resurrection, because that's what we've been basically talking about. A resurrection. This 2026 reset is a resurrection. It is a restart. It is a reset. You are taking everything that you once knew and you're implementing it into something new. This is alchemy at its best. Okay, resurrection. And then I'm out of here. It says, have you dimmed so others could shine? I told you I don't need these cards for real. Have you dimmed so others could shine? Bending and shadowing your shine? Do you numb your senses so that that magical itch? Magic suppressed becomes unrest, humming in your bones, stirring in your chest, begging to be reconstructed. Jeez. Your magic will no longer get you burned. It's time to rise and to return. Your truth is medicine reborn. Who you are, your core identity, your remembrance, that is your reincarnation. That is your reset. That is your core identity. That is what is going to catapult you and move you, flow you through life in this next phase. All right, guys. I love you guys. I am out of here. And remember, as above, so below, as within, so without. Be the change that you want to see. Okay? Love you guys. Peace.